And we on.
Let's
What
go.
up, man? Let's
What
get
up?
it.
What up?
What
Had
up,
a little bit
man?
of technical difficulties, but we got it. We got to figure it out, man.
Yeah, government's trying to shut us down, because we're bringing the
Fuck, man.
realists.
The realest pod known to man, bro.
They tapping in on us, man. It's all good. But yeah, man, it's UFC fight week, dude. It's
Dude, we
crazy,
got some
man.
good stuff going on, man. With John Jones, Stipe, and Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. A lot of people aren't really talking about it, but man, I think it's gonna happen. I honestly think it's gonna happen. What's your take on the whole Mike Tyson, Jake Paul deal?
I've been following it. I watched like one episode on Netflix. They have this little show, whatever, going on, and
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I think it's pretty cool, man. To be honest with you, it's cool. Nothing like this has ever been done, and it's like Mike Tyson. I remember seeing him. I was a little ass kid, and I just remember all the adults watching it on, that bootleg cable box, which I don't know. It's freaking ancient, bro. This is like, it's crazy. Anyway, they're
Yeah,
watching it, and the fight would just be over all quick, and I was just like, all I knew is just like, damn, that guy just knocks people out. Like it's like
straight
everyone
killer.
knew the knockout was coming, and it's like you couldn't turn your head. And then now he's, in his what 50s,
Yeah.
mid 50s, and he's looking great, man. He's looking like he's in shape. I still think that he should have went down in weight. Like I still think like just carrying all that muscle at that age, I feel like he's gonna get tired.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I feel like Jake has an advantage on him when it comes to that. If he can stay out of the way, get Mike tired, he may be good. But if Mike gets in early within the first, 2 to 3 rounds, I think he's dangerous, bro. I think he can
He's
knock him
looking
out.
dangerous for
Yeah,
sure, man. Like the way he's
yeah.
speaking, the way he's talking, it seems like he's getting his old energy back. Like he's going into those deep waters of his mind. It's like it's kind of scary to see. If I was going against Mike Tyson, I'd be like, bro, what the hell did I just sign up for? No idea. Cause yeah, and I was also curious if he has like the same aura that Alex, Poetan Pereira has. It's like every fight he goes in, it's like, man, when is this guy gonna get knocked out? Was it like that when watching Mike in his prime?
He was just so vicious with it, dude, and
Mm,
he would just put people out cold, bro. Like he would just end people's careers. Like I feel like his punching power was stronger than Alex Poetan. That's how I feel. Like
right.
I feel dude would just knock your lights out, bro, and you'll just be out on the ground, just like looking like he just killed somebody. But then also, Mike is just like a scary person, man. I feel like if even now, I feel like if I was in the same room with Mike, it's just like you just never know. He
Mm-mm.
seems like he's just unpredictable. Like you can be chilling, but then like you know, you say something, you trigger him, and he'll just pop off on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it seems like he can tap into that, like you said, the warrior mentality, and just be like locked in, fully locked in. And Jake, I feel like he's scared. He's got to be scared, bro, because
for sure.
all he's got to do is hit that chin, man. He's still got that power, man. It's insane, man. I don't know.
Just seeing that, I'm when the fight was first announced, I was kind of just surprised. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what kind of simulation
Hmm.
is this? Bro, I got some Mike Tyson, Jake Paul going on. And this guy, Jake Paul, he's been, trying to prove himself, trying to fight some real boxers. He says he's been fighting Tyron Woodley and he's beat champions. Um, I don't know. It surprises me that we haven't really seen Jake against like a real boxer. I know he went against Fury,
Hmm.
and I feel like that's just to build his name up, as a legitimate boxer. I feel like right now, even though he's going against Mike Tyson, to me at least, it seems like it's just all promotion fights. This is all big money grabs, and not really trying to build his resume when it comes to being a legitimate boxer. If you fight some of these guys, that have like good records, I feel like a lot more people will respect it. Instead of seeing it as like a kind of just like a money grab, find these
Hmm.
big names, these celebrities, these ex UFC fighters, just to get a check. So I'm excited. I'm gonna definitely check it out, regardless.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I'm not gonna watch it, but I just feel like if he fights some like real boxers, and I think it would help kind of his name as a whole.
Yeah. And so who do you think's gonna win, man?
I
You got
got I got Mike, bro. I got Mike Tyson. kind of just like surprising everybody. Hopefully, it's like a freaking crazy, turn of events where you start seeing everything on social media. It's like, but hopefully, Jake could survive. Because dude, legitimately, going into the ring with Mike Tyson is a scary thing for your health. You have no idea. Even if he's 50 years old, there could be potential of him putting your lights out. If you're just going in the cage, next thing you know, you wake up, you're passed out. It's like that could still happen with Mike Tyson.
Yeah. It's like we just don't know how good Jake Paul is, right? We don't
Right.
really know. Like, but I'm going with Jake Paul, bro. I feel like he's
Wow.
gonna win. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't want to say it, but I think Jake Paul's gonna take it, bro. I think he's gonna
Ah,
surprise us, and Jake Paul's gonna become one of these guys, and he's gonna be like one of the best boxers, bro.
all right. Let's get
I
into
know it sounds
some.
crazy,
Let's
but
get into some conspiracies. Do you think any of the fights that he had were fixed?
hell yeah, a little bit. I feel like there was some things maybe where they're like, all right, you can't knock me out. You can't throw some crazy headshots. You know what I mean? Only body shots.
Mm,
Like, I think
okay. Okay.
that might have been in the contract, little things like that.
Hmm.
And I just don't see Jake Paul losing, because if he loses, his next fight isn't going to be as big. So
There
whether
you
it's
go. It's not.
rigged or not, I feel like he's going to get the win, bro. And it's going to be like Mike Tyson's going to be like, oh, he's going to be all okay with it because there's money in it. So
Yeah.
he
I
beats
I could
Mike,
see that.
he'll fight McGregor. Who next? I don't know,
Right.
McGregor or somebody.
He wants to fight Canelo, dude. He's like calling out Canelo. Canelo's like, bro, this guy's a clown. It's like, man, just watching back the Tyron Woodley fight against Jake Paul, I cannot say that was a real knock, bro. It seems like, if I don't know if you've seen it in slow motion, it just
Mhm,
looks like it was staged, dude. And maybe I'm just being a hater and just like,
mhm,
man, but I just honestly think that fight was kind of like, maybe there was some under the table stuff going on. Where it's like, hey man,
mhm.
if I knock you out, I'll drop you like 100 grand or something. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
like
for sure.
these guys are, yeah, it's like that could easily happen, especially for these ex UFC guys. They're just gonna take some bread, bro. You're gonna have some publicity, and maybe they'll go viral on Instagram and stuff. But
Yeah.
I think that stuff's still out there. But maybe Mike Tyson is the one that won't do that. Maybe I'm not sure. Maybe that's
Uh,
the thing I'm
I don't
thinking. Where
know.
it's like, I don't know if he would take the money or if he's, because he's very prideful. And I kind of want to get your take on that show that we saw that on Netflix with featuring John Jones and the UFC fighters.
Oh, the Cage show?
Yeah.
Yeah. First, I thought it was about John Jones. So I was like, "What the hell?" He has like, I thought it was like a documentary. It looks like a
Hmm.
documentary. It's like
Right.
his big ass
It
head
says
on
John
there,
Jones on it. Yeah.
and then but if you look closely, it says featuring John Jones. So
Right.
and then I turn it on, and it's like in French, dude. It's like in France, and then I was like,
Mm,
"What the fuck?" Everything's they're speaking French, and so yeah, it's like this young guy. He's training at some like random MMA gym, and they have some like up and coming fighters and like in smaller leagues, kind of like a Bellator type of league. I don't know if it's a
mhm,
real league in France, and he has a couple amateur fights that he's like, I don't know, 5-1, and he's like, yeah, I want to move up to the pros, and they keep ignoring him, and
mhm,
um, I guess some guy that used to train at that gym rolls up, and he's like, let's spar, and he comes with like all these cameras, and he just wants to like just knock everybody out basically, and nobody wants to fight him, and then that young dude wants to fight him, and he's just trying to get his coach's approval.
yeah,
So he gets in there, and they go at it. He ends up like knocking him out, and it goes viral, and they're like, oh shit, just nowadays if you go viral, you knock someone out in sparring, or you do something crazy outside of you know, UFC, MMA, whatever, you can get a fight, dude. Like you can get
yeah,
a fight on some promotion. If I'm fighting in some random gym, some fool rolls up, he's a pro, and I knock him out, I armbar him. You're, you know, with social media now, dude, it's crazy. So that happens, and I don't know. It's like there's a lot of like random UFCs and MMA stars in that show, bro. It's pretty dope. He ends up getting trained by TriStar.
Oh,
Freaking
for us?
GSP, yeah, yeah. So
Wow.
Hobby and
Mhm,
GSP were training him, and he's just trying to make it into the UFC. Basically, I'm surprised
right.
it's not a
Mhm,
UFC show,
mhm,
but it's cool to see MMA shows out there on Netflix, and then it went #1. So I'm like, all right, maybe some young kid will see this,
Get
get
inspired.
inspired, start training, and because it shows a lot of the training, a lot of drills and stuff, which I thought was pretty dope,
Hmm.
and it's pretty realistic, and like it has a lot of things about psychological mindset. What we always talk about competing in jujitsu, and having that coach, having the team, and it shows all of that. It's like he has his coach, but the coach doesn't believe in him, and then he finds another coach, and the coach is like, "I'm gonna get you ready. I'm gonna get you ready for this
Yeah,
fight."
I'm
He's
gonna
like, "I
get
don't
you
know if I
right.
can do it." Yeah, I'm gonna
Hmm.
get you right, and you got to trust your coaches, and that's how huge coaches and a team are for a fighter. Without that, I feel like most fighters will never make it into that big stage. And I thought that was freaking dope. He was getting some like stage fright too, and he
It's a
had to
real
get in that
thing.
mindset. And it's a real thing fighters deal with. They probably never want to talk about it because you don't want to show weakness, but the show
Mm-mm.
really projects a light on that. And and then it shows like he has like outside problems, like his mom, they're like poor, and so all these things are going on. Fighting's all he has. It's a pretty dope story, and I think if you're an MMA fan, you should peep it out, check it out. Gives you a little insight, and it's cool, man. I've always wanted to do that. Like when I was younger, I was like, man, I want to be a fighter. I want to do this.
Yeah,
It's tough, bro. Like it's tough, man.
not
Getting
an easy
knocked out in
sport.
front of somebody and a crowd, and then
Your
coming
family's
back.
there. It's like pressure.
Social media, everyone's talking shit about you, and even teammates getting jealous. They showed that too. You're doing better, and
Mhm.
they're taking steroids, and it's pretty crazy, bro. So I
I
think
think
it's
it's good. I think it's
cool.
good too because it's like you relate to some of these guys. You start hearing their story, and I feel like that's what really connects people to the sport and to like watch them. Now it's like you're probably gonna watch them if they have a fight in the UFC. You're probably gonna be like, all right, this guy, he's been going through a lot, and it adds a lot more pressure to have those cameras on you, especially when you're up and coming. It's like you haven't proven yourself yet. You kind of have all your business out there, and respect to that guy. I definitely want to check it out as soon as you send me that. I'm like, what's this John Jones documentary about? Because they literally just put his whole face there. And
Yeah,
but that's awesome to hear, man. Because self confidence is a huge thing, man. Having the right coaches, getting out there. If you don't believe in yourself, it's hard to freaking beat someone else who does. It's like
yep,
if someone believes in themselves and able to put themselves out there, then it really like it shows about their team, about their community, their chemistry, and it all works together. So definitely interested in more stuff like that because the more we start hearing about these up and coming fighters, the bigger the name, the better the story, the more people come in, and you're able to really see kind of this like Rocky slash Creed stuff really play out in real life, which is sounds pretty dope. Like with that whole sparring thing you're talking about, pull up to
oh
the
sorry,
gym, knock them out.
it's a fiction. It's like it's yeah, it's a fucking
What? It's not
yeah,
real.
it's not real. No,
What? I thought
no,
you were talking about
my
these
bad, my
real.
bad.
Oh no no
It's
no
pretty
no. That's
realistic,
cool.
but it's not real.
I
It's not
was,
real.
bro. I thought it was real. Okay,
Nah,
okay. That
they
switches up
tricked
everything.
everybody with that, bro. I swear they did.
Really?
It's yeah, it's a Creed type of MMA
Okay, that's what you
story.
so John Jones is acting in the film.
He ends up training him a bit. Um,
Wow.
somehow John Jones trains him a little bit,
Uh-huh.
shows him
Okay.
some stuff, shows him his elbows and a
Okay,
couple of
okay.
his yeah.
Wow.
But nah, it's fake, bro. It's not even
Cross
based on your story or anything.
We should see something for real though. We should definitely see that type of production. I know that it will probably be way harder to, share the story and all this stuff, but actually put someone there where it's like, okay, you're gonna tell your story, you're gonna tell why you're fighting, and it might help the other person, it might not. There's been like those kind of I forget the name of the basketball and the football show, kind of the LA Community College. Have you seen the
Mm, I know what you're talking about though.
yeah,
Yeah,
stuff like that, where it's
that
like
would be
now
cool.
you start hearing the names, you start, following them on social media, and it's kind of just like a whole Rocky Creed movie, but real. Like we would like to see real stuff.
Yeah, I see. It's like people don't want to show themselves vulnerable. It
Yeah.
seems a lot of
Hmm.
times, especially like through the stages. A lot of people wait till they had success and then they bring it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Then they show all the stuff they went through. Because
Right.
even Connor's documentaries, it shows how he was poor and stuff, but it never really talked about how he got the confidence to go out there and perform.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes that's a secret recipe and that's what makes coaches good,
Mhm.
and that's what makes a team fucking elite, bro. Like, AKA TriStar. These guys are these coaches, these teams are amazing, bro. Just think about it, like all the champions that they brought to the sport. Think about if GSP was in your corner. Like we know this guy's a philosophical kind of guy, and
Yeah.
he worked with Danaher a lot. Some people can tell you like 3 or 4 words and change your whole day. You know what I mean? And
Facts.
those pregame speeches, and just like what's his name, Ray Lewis, pumping the whole team up.
Mhm.
Imagine he's giving you a speech before you go into an MMA fight. It's like, dude, I'm gonna fucking win. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like I believe in that shit. I
for
believe in
sure.
that, dude. Yeah.
And when GSP came back, I think, after his, like, break, he came back with Faraz Sahabi and John Danaher. Now imagine you're looking across the cage and you see some damn fucking wizards across the cage. It's like, oh my
That's
goodness,
crazy.
that's crazy intimidation just alone. But just how smart these guys are, man. It feels like these guys could really, go into any career and excel. These coaches could really
Yes.
do anything. They could be a scientist, they could be a rocket engineer, but they choose to be a MMA coach or a jujitsu coach. And that stuff, that team really plays a big factor, huge factor in
Mhm.
in the fighter itself. A lot of people just say, "Oh, it's just Conor McGregor," or "Oh, it's just Anderson Silva," but the people who kind of play a role in their lives, influence them, make sure that they're making the right decisions, is huge, man. It's huge, and it's cool to see. I mean, at least in a documentary form, how important that is.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. And
that's awesome,
just
bro.
having these guys, like you said, GSP or Danaher, how much they study the game, bro. You know what I mean? And they're not scared to give you all that knowledge. Like,
They give you
boom.
all the sauce, man.
So that's why I'm like John Jones. I feel like he has a strong team behind him, bro. You think about it. You got Gordon Ryan.
Yep.
As who does Gordon Ryan know? Fucking Danaher. Like, there's probably so much secret shit he's not showing to us on film. Imagine Danaher's training John Jones. Come on, bro. You know what happened.
For
There's probably
sure.
some secret stuff going on.
Oh yeah.
It's like having what's his name from the Patriots, a fucking
Tom
coach.
Brady or Bill
What?
Belichick.
It's like having Belichick on your team, bro, and you're playing football. You have Danaher. Imagine Danaher's breaking down Stipe, and just like he's been in the fucking lab for like the
He
last
has,
4
man.
years studying Stipe. I know everything about him. He's gonna do this and that.
He
Just
likes to eat
fucking
this at this time.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Stuff like that, man.
And then John Jones, the way he gained his weight and the muscle, and man, it's crazy. He's like 235 now. Last time he was like 248, and
Mhm.
I can only imagine all the stuff that he learned. And he's so technical, bro. I was just watching a lot of his fights, and I'm like, this guy he's so damn good, dude. He's so damn good, and you don't see many people just as good as him, man. I seen this guy freaking fucking pull guard on Rampage Jackson or some shit. I was like, what the fuck? Joe Rogan's like, he just pulled guard, and it worked, dude. He was about to like Kimura his ass or something. I was just like,
Mm.
I don't know, man. What do you think about that? I'm looking at Stipe's team. I don't know if you saw any of the embedded whatever UFC stuff. I've been watching it.
I seen the interview when they interviewed John Jones. They asked him about his whole career, stuff like that. Not really on Stipe's side, but just
Yeah,
seeing the evolution of John Jones and kind of his mindset of being the best. Because like, what, he won his first title when he was like 22, 23
yeah,
years old, and just being at the top, dude. A lot of people can't stay at the top for long. It meant a lot of pressure. Everybody's going after you, and somehow he's really dealt with all the stuff, and it hasn't been an easy road for him. He's dealt with a lot of things, but even at his age, he still has this mindset of being better and improving, and still being on the top. So it seems like like I'm trying to think, like, it seems like he has like a lot of things going on in his mind, and it's really hard to deal with all that pressure. But if
mm,
he beats Stipe, a lot of people are going to be asking, what's next? You're going to fight Tom Aspinall, you're going to fight Alex Pereira, and man, just think about the pressure of just like, oh, the fight hasn't even happened. Everybody's thinking about what's next,
what's
what's
next?
what's the GOAT going to do? You know what I mean? So it's a lot of pressure for him. So it's like, man, it's like tough to see. But it seems like he's used to it, which is really crazy to see. But like that team effort is huge. So I'm definitely interested. I've seen some videos of Stipe talking about how he's still working as a fireman and still doing his stuff during the week, and it's just like
That's crazy.
I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. If you're finding the legend of John Jones, I mean, you gotta be putting some fucking work in, bro. You can't be, doing some shifts working at McDonald's and then coming back in to go train. It's like, come on, man, you
Hell
gotta
no.
lock in. So definitely interested how the fight's gonna play out. I'm excited for it. And it's just one of those rare things of just seeing John Jones fight. It's like kind of just has that mystical sense. It's like, who knows, dude? It's like everybody expects him to win, but once we watch the fight, everybody's locked in. They're like, oh, what's gonna happen, bro?
Yeah, I can't wait. And then
Right.
then John Jones also, he's been going to the UFCs. He's been in attendance.
Mhm.
He was at Noche, you know.
Yeah,
He was
he was
there.
there
He's
last
feeling
week
it.
too.
That's important, bro. Being there, being in attendance, feeling that energy. Dude, when I was there at the UFC, like I
Mhm.
felt the energy and I kind of like pictured myself walking out. Dude, towards the end of that, I was like, I want to go fight someone in there. It's like, dude, it gets you hyped up, bro.
I
Trust
still
me. Like
haven't felt it, man. I still want to
that
feel
you'll
like what it's
see.
it's like. Oh shit!
It's fucking intense, bro. Like I was like, oh, I can't imagine what it's gonna be like with Jones. But yeah, so he's been in attendance, he's comfortable there. He's like hanging around with people. And yeah, man, Stipe, I don't know. He seems really laxed, and then he kind of was like, "Yeah, bring it, bitch, bring it, bitch." He's like telling John Jones, and then you
Yeah,
see John Jones on his couch. He's watching UFC Embedded too, and he's just like, "Shouldn't have said that. Now it's personal." I was like, "Damn." He probably just like put a
flip the
spark in that
switch.
fool's head, man.
Yeah,
Imagine that dude's just like, "I'm gonna kill this motherfucker." I can't wait for the press conference, dude. I think
oh
John
yeah,
Jones is gonna go back and do some like DC shit. You remember that?
yeah, dude. That
He's
shit was fucking wild.
like, "I'm gonna spit on your face,
I'm gonna
kill
kill
you.
you.
I'm gonna
Like,
kill you." Yeah,
I
all
was like,
serious.
yeah, dude, it was dead serious too. It's like, DC, if you ever did anything like that, I will kill you. If you ever spit in my face,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
like,
There you
how are you gonna kill me, John? How?
go. You see DC getting a little nervous. He's like, "Wait a minute, how? How are you gonna do that? I will call the police."
Yeah, dude. That dude is a scary man. He's like Jordan, man. He's like, man, I took that personal. It's like
Yeah,
these
that
guys, any you give them any ammo, they're gonna keep that in their pocket.
I
Be
don't think
ready to
John Jones
spray.
is the one to do that to, bro.
Oh hell
Like
no.
to poke at him and like if Stipe says anything about him being a cokehead or
Mm,
oh, dude, he's gonna fucking
yeah, I don't know
or
what the
a
right
steroid
approach is
guy.
there. Because I mean, yeah, you're gonna fight him, but don't poke the bear, man. Don't poke the bear. You're gonna regret it, especially with these elbows that are back. These
Mhm.
these these illegal elbows that are now legal.
12 to
With 12
6.
to 6 elbows, just knock, bro. He said he's gonna try his best to do it,
Yeah,
to
and
use them.
you can knee people, like, they don't have to have a hand on the ground, right? Remember, if they had a hand on the
Mm,
ground, you couldn't knee them in the head.
right.
So now you can do
Now
if you have
you
them.
can knee it
Yeah,
down to
you
opponent
can knee
down it.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, so, he
It's
likes to do all that, so
it's getting scary, man. Getting scary. Just imagine some of those things. I'll get caught with the knee here and there in jujitsu. I'm like, hell no, I'm not getting hit with the damn knee in a fight, bro. Like, what the hell? You gotta be ready for whatever when it comes to being in that ring. But man, it's exciting to see, man. It's exciting to see. I know we're kind of getting close to uh, the end here. I know we had a couple
oh,
things
yeah.
going on with technical difficulties, but one last thing I want to
Yeah.
ask if you seen Cade Rotolo's fight as well this past weekend, bro. That overhand right connected
Ooh.
flush, man.
You heard it too, it's like
Mm.
cracked him,
Eh,
bro.
A lot of people don't, a lot of people are gonna start hearing his names like, oh, he's a jujitsu guy. All he does is jujitsu. All you have to do is just show him that, bro. Dude could strike too. He's scary all around. It's just I feel like he's gonna be ready for the UFC, man.
Yeah, he is, and I'm excited, for him and how hard he's working. It's freaking amazing seeing somebody come up like that from
Crazy.
jujitsu to MMA. He cracked him, and then he just what'd he do? He darced him?
Yeah, Darston.
Called him the Darce Knight? That's what you're
Darce
calling it?
Knight. Yeah,
Saw that.
Darce
I was like,
Knight, bro.
sick. Is he
Yeah, dude.
do they call him that, or you just made that up?
No, I just I heard it somewhere. So it was like
Oh,
somebody's like handle somewhere or Darth Vader or Darth Knight, but
yeah,
I don't
maybe
know.
you should
Give it
use
a
that.
full
Huh,
nickname, bro. Yeah, man.
probably.
Bro's a Darth Vader, Darth Knight. Give him something, man. A lot of the Darces are scary. Tony Ferguson's really good at those as
Oh,
well. But just
yeah.
like those submissions, man, they're deadly, man, for sure.
Yeah. Man, he is aggressive too. He has that dog in him. So that's what you need to be when you're an MMA fighter. You gotta be able to just attack, aggressive, mean. You can't be a nice guy, bro. You got
Mm-mm.
like who was talking about AJ was talking about that. He's like, you can't
Yeah,
be nice. You can't be
yeah,
nice. He talked about that in one of his interviews. He's like, it's
yeah,
hard for me to flip that. Cause in jujitsu, you can be a nice guy. You can tap
yeah,
someone out and be a nice guy, bro. You really
yeah.
can.
Mhm.
But shit, MMA's to finish somebody ground and pound, that shit is like brutal. Like you got to basically be trying to kill somebody. Like imagine being
Legit.
on top of somebody and just swinging as hard as you can, bro. And I've done that to my dummies in the garage, and I'm like, I'm not even like really trained like that, but dude, those strikes are fucking devastating. Imagine
So
somebody
much
that's what
weight.
they strike. They do this shit on a dummy fucking 5 times a week, 2 times a day for, 20 years. It's
God damn.
fucking
I didn't even think about like all the, just practicing those like the efficiency and the weight and all that. Yeah, hell no. Like that could change your life. You get hit with one of those, your brain's probably not gonna be the same.
yeah, like you said, I've been kneed in jujitsu and like the whole day is fucking weird. Like I'm just like, so I'm just like, this shit
It,
is crazy.
it is, man. It's a
Yeah, man.
crazy ass sport, but seems like a lot of people can make a name for themselves. Like with with the story and really grinding it out, seeing it just unfold. And it's like people are getting so advanced now, bro. People are doing leg locks and different Imanari rolls and all
Mhm.
this crazy stuff on stand up. I hear Joe Rogan talking about it's like you go into jujitsu, you know how you set things up. People could do that with their hands, and it's like,
Yeah.
damn, son. It's like people could just really display themselves, and I feel like it's a good expression for people, to be able to fight and to not back down from like a bad situation. You get clocked, you get ready, you stand back up, you fight for a submission, you break through, some of these attempts, and it's like, damn, like a lot of stuff is possible.
It's crazy too in MMA. It's like in the later rounds, you get hit and you're tired. You can't show that you're tired. You can't be like, "Oh man, I'm tired." Like you have to like pretend that you're not hurt and
Yeah,
tired. And there's a
crazy.
whole
There's
mental
a
game
whole
in that too.
yeah.
Like if you're hitting them,
You,
you're like, "Damn, this fool's hands are still up. He's breathing hard, but he's like he's
you
up."
still there?
Rather than, because I was watching that John Jones and Alexander Gustafsson, their fight,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they were fucking tired as fuck. And
bro.
this is
That
the
was a
first
damn
fight. Yeah.
war, like legit.
And, a few times Alexander, like, kinda dropped down, he grabbed his hips, and he's, but then you saw John Jones, he was tired as fuck too, but then he knows what to do. He'll spin around, throw an elbow. He'll use, like, momentum to, like he'll
Wow.
just, like, hips back, boom. "Oh, my knees aren't tired. Imma run, throw a knee up." Like, he's smart, dude, like,
Yeah,
spinning
and that
back.
that comes with experience, bro. Like that comes from like figuring out the little details when you're gassed out. You can't even think. You start working on those things. It's like that's huge. That's what makes him John Jones, you know?
Mhm. Yeah, man, so yeah, man. So what are you doing today, man? Training?
Yeah, we're gonna be training on the holiday. Shout out to all the vets out there. Veterans
Salute
Day,
to
the
the
gym's still
veterans.
open. Shout out to them. Cause you know, a lot of things are closed, kids are off school,
Yep.
holidays, but we're still gonna get it in, still got a pot in.
Hell yeah. I
So
guess, we'll wrap it up, man.
having it right there. So we'll see.
Excited.
I'm excited to see these fights unfold. Mike Tyson, Jake Paul, John Jones, Stipe, and that documentary. I'll still check it out, even though I thought it was legit,
Nah,
man. I thought it was like a real thing. Oh shit.
fiction, whatever you wanna
Okay.
call that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Oliveira, real quick, Oliveira and Chandler.
Oh yeah.
You
How
got
did I
that.
forget about that? A lot of
That
people
one's
had a
huge.
like saying Chandler was gonna pull out of the fight, looking
Oh,
for
shit.
replacements. But I heard that's not true. Chandler
Okay.
posted on Instagram saying he was like, "Oh no, I'm in the best shape of my life."
Oh, no.
I'm a Oliveira fan by heart. Seeing this guy on the come up. He just had a new daughter or a new. I think he has a daughter, a new kid at least. My
Mm,
bad if I. But he's gonna do his best to try to set his family up for the future. So I'm gonna go with Oliveira there. I know Chandler's trying to make a point. Connor fight didn't pull through. He's gonna try to prove himself as a legitimate fighter. But I think if the fight goes to the ground in the later rounds, I think Charles could get a submission.
Right.
If he could survive the first 2 rounds, is it a 3 round or a 5 round fight? Do you know?
I don't know. I think it's 3.
Okay. If it's three, it'd be a little tougher for Oliveira to get the win. If it's 5, I think there's a better chance of Oliveira getting the win if there's 5 rounds, just because
Gets
when he gets
tired.
tired, he just falls down, opens his guard, and it's a dangerous game to play with Oliveira right there. It's a damn freaking anaconda, and he has these submissions, these guillotines, all that. So I think Oliveira, but what do you think?
I think Chandler's gonna hurt him.
Yeah, the stand
Late
up
in the
is gonna be.
second. Yeah,
Mm,
he's gonna finish him in the second round, bro. He's gonna knock.
damn.
He's gonna
Okay.
knock him down, and then he's gonna ground and pound him. I'm an Oliveira fan too, but
Yeah, yeah,
you know what? I'm keeping it real now, bro. Like
for sure.
I've been my picks have been off, bro. I'm feeling Chandler in this one, and
Okay.
I'm not hating on Chandler either. I think Chandler's cool. I like his
Yeah.
style too. He
Mhm.
takes risks, bro. He
Yeah.
takes risks.
For
So
sure. I'm excited to see him, man. All the fights, everything cooking up. Um, I'm always excited to hop on the pod, talk about these fights, because you never know with these fights, man. They could go
never
either
know
way, and it's cool to just see it unfold in real time.
for sure. Let's
That's it.
get it.
Thank
Let's
you
get
guys for
ready.
watching. Like,
Peace.
comment, subscribe. Be on the road, man.
BTR.